Tomorrow, you guys, I am hosting my second cocktail class. It's going to be better than the first. Make sure you guys grab your tickets. Sales end tomorrow. So today's guest favorite drink was a Douce sidecar. But if you remember in episode 5, I did a Henny sidecar, which is exactly the same thing. She did say she also would like a Douce sour, but I kind of want to save that for a little bit. Somebody's going to want a whiskey sour, and I want to use that for a sour. She did say, though, that I could do something with the tahini rim, something that balances sweet and spicy, and she likes reposado. I have a cantaloupe jalapeno syrup that I make right here. I made that homemade fresh this morning, and I said she's going to love it. So this is what we're going to make. A cantaloupe jalapeno spicy margarita. Today we're going to be using reposado, that is her preference, lime juice, triple sec, and the simple syrup. Normally you'd use agave. We're not using agave. Fuck off. We're using the simple syrup that I made, okay? So let's go in with the least expensive ingredients first, which will be the lime juice. Also, I'm making 2 because my mom is co-hosting and I don't do tequila. I will make a vodka cocktail later, which you won't see because someone's gonna want that cocktail later, and I'll teach you then. So we're gonna go in with 8 ounces. 8 ounces. 8 counts, 2 ounces of lime juice. And then we're gonna go in with 1.5 ounces, which is 0.75 for each cocktail of triple sec. And then we're gonna go in with 2 ounces of our homemade, it's a little short, simple syrup. If you wanna know how I made that, just ask me and I'll make a video and I'll put it on my TikTok, which is down here. You should be following that. Then we're gonna go in with 8 ounces, I'm right this time, of tequila reposado. Now we're gonna fill up our shaker with some ice. And before we go into shaking, I'm actually going to rim our glasses. Here we go, into the lime juice. Remember I said I was clinically addicted to tahini? Or maybe you don't know, but I did say that. I got a tahini like rimmer. That's how bad it is. It's really like quite sickening. It's a problem. Although tahini, you should sponsor me because I love you. Now that that's rimmed, let's shake it up. We're gonna be using some dirty ice today, as well as some fresh ice just to top it off. Actually, you know what? We don't need any dirty ice today. Let's just use fresh ice. And today our garnish is going to be a fresh wedge of lime. I personally don't normally like wedges, but we want something that's squeezable into the drink. So it's not really about aesthetics, it's about actually enhancing the drink. And this is your spicy margarita. Welcome back to Shake, Sip, Spill. I'm your host, the Spirit Curator, and we have my co-host today and my mother. I don't really know what else to call her. That's Mama. Today we have Jackie the Poet. I say it every time. Season 2 soundtrack coming. I promise. Jackie, thank you for being here. I'm sorry.
It's Jackie the Poetic Therapist.
And therapist. Excuse the fuck out of me. Jackie the Poet and Therapist.
Poetic. Yes. Jackie the Poetic Therapist.
Jackie the Poetic Therapist.
Oh, you tell me how you. That's what you want. Jackie.
Wait, I'm sorry. Therapist. I'm sorry, y'all. No, because I could be just Jackie, and then we talk about me being a poet, and then I say I'm also known as Jackie the Poet.
Jackie, we whatever.
Nope, I'm Jackie the Poetic Therapist. Okay.
And
damn,
and get it right. Get it right, Julissa. Jackie the Poetic Therapist. Yeah,
it's all right. It's gonna edit it.
Yeah, we're good. Don't worry about it. This is my my protective napkin. If you guys see me pull that out, it's gonna be here. Just don't worry, don't judge. It's allergy season. Okay. So today, if you saw, we have a spicy margarita. She did want to do say sidecar, but I was like, I cannot give you that. I already did it. And I want to do something nice for you guys. She loves tahini. Mm-hmm. We love tahini. And so it just made perfect sense. Now, I am not drinking tequila because Maya, episode 7, I did a tequila sunrise, and that night my mother found me butt naked in the kitchen, throwing up over the sink.
That is hilarious.
I didn't listen. You guys don't gotta share.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna share all my bad stories. It is what it is. So no more tequila for me. I do have a vodka cocktail. Okay. We're playing it safe. All right. So Jackie.
Yes. Hey, girl. J and J.
My mama's name is Julie.
Okay, Julie, Jackie, and Delissa.
3 black queens.
Okay.
You a little light skin. You a little light skin. She's fine. I'm gonna let her be on the panel, but she a little light skin. Okay, whatever. Her little high yellow self. Hold on, wait. Sorry. My mama's so yellow, and then she gonna talk about how she don't like yellow men.
Well,
that's self-hate. But that's
self-hate.
It's preference.
I married your black father, so you would have skin color.
Yeah, but I could have been white.
Give you that beautiful brown skin.
I got beauty. I do. But in the wintertime, I look like Christina Aguilera.
She could never. Christina could never. That's my girl, but no. She can never.
Hey, one thing I'm never gonna be able to do is sing. My mama, what you say? I can't
just sing your way out of a wet paper bag.
That's not true. If I hit the right key, like Neo,
all the glass will shatter.
I can sing.
Let us hear it.
No. I'm gonna take a second.
Save that for another day.
Let's do a clink before I clink you in jail. I'm gonna have
I want some of this. It looks so good.
All right, let's go. Cheers to black melanated creative women.
Cheers
and high yellow bitches too.
And the high yellow bitches.
To all black bitches. You feel me?
All
the black queens.
Don't say I'm somewhere in the middle. I can't be a colorist. You know what? Let's get into the episode. I feel like I'm gonna open a can of whoop ass if I say something like that. Let's get into the episode. Jackie.
Hey girl.
What is it like being from the Bronx? A place that I feel like, especially in my own experience, I don't have nothing positive to say about the Bronx.
All right, okay. Because you don't know nothing about it.
Wait. All right. But I can admit that it maybe doesn't get the culture respect that it deserves.
Yeah.
And we can sidebar. Don't say that. She was born in the Bronx. She's a Bronxonian.
Okay, yes. Hey, queen. Oh, no, you're not repping it? The Bronx. We in the building.
She's a big B.
It's all good. And I'm used to this. I'm from the Bronx.
And that's why I'm used
to this. So, what's up? Like, what are we talking about?
I was born in the Bronx Municipal or whatever hospital that was.
I don't even remember. But that's why it was the first question I wanted to ask you, though, because I know
you from
I live there.
Oh, right. Okay.
Born in Harlem. Apparently, I lived there for 3 years.
No.
Not even a year.
Queens
on the radio.
Whose life? Whose childhood you thinking about?
I don't know. Let me tell you, I don't remember.
Who's from Harlem?
I'm from Harlem. I was born at Harlem Hospital.
Yes, she was.
And then do I know much else? I don't know. We moved around a lot. I don't know. But back to Jack.
Okay.
I want to. That is why that was the first question I asked, because I know myself personally. I don't give y'all no grace.
And we're so fire.
I don't give y'all no air to breathe. So please school me on the Bronx. Give me what it is that I should be respecting about the Bronx, because I don't.
You don't. What's up? I mean, you respect me. I'm the Bronx right here. I'm repping the whole Bronx right now.
Talk to me.
What's up, Bronx?
Put me in my place. Talk to me.
We came to talk to queens today.
Yeah, talk to me.
Hey, queens. Hey, queens. I'm from the Bronx. I'm a queen from the Bronx. I mean, what is there not, like, the Bronx is misunderstood for sure. Like, it is the misunderstood borough of all the boroughs, the 4 boroughs of New York City, because the other one, what happened? There's another one. I can't remember the name.
Oh, I think we're talking about
Staten Island.
You're in Staten Island.
You know what? I'm not even going to do that because we're from New York City. We got to stick together. So shout out to Staten Island. Shout out to the Wu-Tang.
The one song. Oh, they're from Staten Island. I didn't know that. The one song that I know is Papoose said Staten Island on one of them fingers. That's all I know. I don't know with the pinky ring.
I mean, I'm not sure.
That's what I mean. So that's why I said I don't even rep them, because it's like nobody talk about them. And then the one song I do know, I don't even really know.
I mean, I think Mac Wiles is from Staten Island. That's the homie. I think. And
Mac Wild's that light skinned boy, right?
Look, man. Light skinned man.
Man.
Mac Wiles, shout out to Mac Wiles. I love Mac Wiles.
I'm gonna look him up.
He's so cool.
I feel like once I see the picture, I'm gonna go,
for the culture, The Wire. But anyway, we here talking about sipping and.
No, we here talking about you.
What's I
wanted the Bronx. Keep dropping them names. Talk to me. To me.
Well, the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx, and I love the Bronx. I feel like we are like so cool. Like we don't have to be extra. Like a lot of. I'm not gonna shout out no boroughs and talk about them and like say
the way
I did. I'm just gonna talk about the Bronx, right? We just us. Like the people that I love the most in my life, they're from the Bronx. Like they are like. They're just cool. We look out for each other. We are hip hop. We have fashion. We just do what we want. Like, and hip hop was birthed. Where was hip hop?
Queens.
The Bronx.
I don't want to hear nothing about.
But but anyway.
Whoa. This.
We just us. We don't do.
I'm bringing a knife to a gunfight. I don't know nothing about hip hop. As soon as you said that, I said, oh.
Oh man.
Let me step up out of circles that I don't know nothing about.
You're missing out.
As I've said before, it's not that I don't like it. It's more just that I don't grasp what people are saying. The double entendres a lot of the time, the dichotomy of a lot of the words of the bars. I give the credit of it because I know Ronnie and obviously, I know Donnie and I know all these rappers and I see the craft that goes into it and I do understand certain things, but it's just not. My brain don't seem to be able to like really understand the impact of the words that come from hip hop. It just, I don't think that's why I've ever been into poetry either, which is, I'm sure, as most people think, like, the base of what hip hop is.
Yes.
So I don't know.
Look at you knowing all this stuff about hip hop, and you say you don't know nothing about hip hop.
But to put it on,
you know something about it.
I know mainstream hip hop. You know what I mean? Like if you were to ask me, who's the best rapper? I might say Tupac or something.
Okay,
I'm not one of those like, she said KRS-One, and I said who?
That's from the Bronx.
Who?
They're from the Bronx, by the way.
Oh, you got a huge crush on him?
Yes, I did. I used to have a
Was he black? Like black, black.
Yeah, black.
Yeah, see, that makes sense. You like them black.
Black and beautiful. Black and beautiful.
I love them too. Just saying, I know.
So what kind of music do you like?
I listen to a lot of R&B. I listen to a lot of like pop. And pop meaning like in between of R&B and pop, not Taylor Swift pop. No shade, no tea. But I don't listen to that. About as white as I go is maybe Dua Lipa. So about as white as I get. Pop as in Rihanna, like our pop, you know what I mean? Like, and R&B and classic soul, which we're going to get to that because I read your 5 facts about you. We're going to talk about you. We're going to get to that. But yeah, that's the sort of vibe that I really like. Hip hop just not really it. My mom's into country now.
Okay.
I don't know where that came from, but
it's music. It's just music. You're listening to what they're talking about, right? And the feeling.
The thing now with the country is it's like how we used to listen to the old soul classics. Like it's still about love.
Oh, you did say that. Yeah, it's not about like
it's not losing its grace.
And they're still, they're drinking their beers and they're with their women and they have a whole subculture of like really, I don't even know how to say it. It's almost like underground country.
Okay.
Like, and they're talking about some real like shooting niggas and, like real fucked up shit. You go, look at these white boys. Like they got their own clique. Like we have our own, they have their own sort of whatever. And I was like, they get down and dirty down there in the country. Yeah.
So have you found any black country singers that you like?
She loves Shabuzi, which is amazing because who knew Shabuzi before? Not saying who knew, but more so like that common person who wasn't listening to country type shit before Beyonce came out with the Carter album, which was amazing, which is crazy because that's slight trademark. She doesn't even like Beyonce.
I do like Beyonce. When she was younger.
You like the Destiny's Child?
Yeah.
That's my girl.
She don't love the evolving Beyonce.
I love Kitty Cat Beyonce. I like to ring the alarm Beyonce.
I like some of her stuff over through the years and everything, but I don't trust her.
Yeah,
Jenny,
like,
I don't trust her.
I don't trust her.
She's amazing at what she does, but honestly, I feel that like I was connected to the other Beyonce, and I respect what she does, but I just don't really know what she's doing right now. I'm being honest, but I'm still I admire her as a being, like what she represents, maybe. But like my Beyonce, I still listen to the old Beyonce, the other Beyonce.
I love Texas Hold'em.
There are a few songs,
but I'm sure there are.
Songs. Like when we watched the Beyonce. The Christmas special, the Beyonce Christmas special or whatever. Right. Like, yeah, we watched that together. She thought she got the.
I'm sure it's good. I haven't given it a chance. Like, I haven't turned on any of the new stuff. Like, played the album through, like I used to do.
I'm not the biggest fan of the Carter album. I mean, of the Cowboy Carter album. Like, I enjoy it, but it's not my favorite. But I think that, I don't know, I enjoy the old Destiny Child. Of course I know this job. Like, we've been doing that. Like, I know that. But, like, when she did Beyonce, I feel like that's when she was able to be herself. Right? She put that shit out. She was like, y'all a grown, fun-ass woman. And my mom, that's one of the ones that she didn't like, because it was like, why do you have to do that? You are this certain age.
It was very creative. She had the video with each song. Like, that was fire. It was like how Michael Jackson, how he used to give us like shows. Like, she gave us that. That was fire.
I just watched a video on TikTok of the current performance of the Cowboy Carter, and old girl got on a fucking shoe horse and she's floating around the fucking stadium. I love her.
I mean, honestly, I do enjoy. I enjoy it because you know what? You know, country is very white, right? You know, country's very white, right? And like, she's like breaking barriers. You know, they were very mad at her for even Beyonce coming in. Like, how dare you?
And then she won Album of the Year.
Like, come on! So she's actually doing something for the culture.
They did it. She won that because the first year she got not even a nod for it. And black people were in
they were pissed.
Yeah, uproar. And so the next time it was like, oh, Beyonce, and then everybody was like, oh, okay,
yeah. So
and then they started.
She was surprised herself. If I could find a little meme, of course, that shit down there, like, she was like,
of course she was,
because I've been snubbed for years.
Yeah, of course.
I don't like get you on something.
Bitch, what are you doing?
That's so cool. Nah, that's so funny. That's cool. That's cool.
That's what I mean by we gonna be chatting. I'm only in the second question. 20 minutes in, only the second question. Okay. When I met you, you said it's taking you a while to like take that leap and start reciting your poetry. You know, can you explain why? Because there's a lot of creatives out there who never take the leap. You know what I mean? They're always waiting for a sign or waiting for the push or waiting for whatever. Like, why did it take you so long? And how does it feel to have finally, taken the leap to do it?
Yeah. Okay.
Because even this, like you said, before we even started recording, she was like, I'm putting myself out here. This is one of the platforms that I'm putting myself out here for. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm very grateful that you're.
Yes, I'm happy. I'm honored.
You're here to do that because it takes a lot.
Yeah. I guess it does. Yeah. So I've been writing poetry my whole life. Like, I'm a poet. I'm a writer. I'm an avid reader. I just love words. I really love words, and I love expressing myself. Like, I'm a very expressive person. So poetry was like my escape from when I was young. The earliest poem I can remember writing was like in kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
And it's like part of the ways that I share my love. Like, if you are a loved one, you have received a poem from me. In the birthday card, it just spills out of me. It starts off like, sometimes I say like I speak in prose because it's just like poetic. It's just like, and it's also because I see the world very colorful and vividly. I'm kind of like a free spirit. I am a free spirit, a free thinker. So I always wanted to share my poetry. At first it was an outlet for myself, for me to stay grounded, for me to work through my emotions, just express myself. And then I always knew that I wanted to publish it and share it because it helped me, like, reading my own poetry, right? And I knew I would get to this, but I just didn't know when. Like, this is a part of my dream that I'm living. Like, one day I'm going to share my poetry with the world. And this is my, like, right now, sharing my poetry with the world. So why now? It's time. It's part of my life's journey. And I'm up to that step where I'm like taking a chance on myself. How it like technically happened was last spring. I'm a social worker and I was in my master's program at NYU, predominantly white institution, right? And there was a lot of things going on while I was in the program. Spiritually, I was going through so much. So I was writing. Like I go through stages in life. Like I'm a writer, but I can go months without writing anything. Like I was just kind of on autopilot through life, just getting through life.
Yeah.
But when I was in my program, I started writing like every day. I would like go through something at school or be going through all these hard emotions, and I just would be writing, and then it started turning into every day. And I'm like, and then I started realizing like I feel better when I release these thoughts, right? And then I started thinking like, whoa, I can help people. I'm talking, because now I'm talking about, before I used to be talking about boys, my daddy, my mama, my family, the violence, the Bronx, you know, all that. And now I'm talking about like real life. Like I write poetry about depression, about mental health, anxiety, about, you know, things I've been through in my life, things that when people hear it, they're going to feel it. Like it's therapeutic. Yeah. That's why, you know, I am Jackie, the poetic therapist, right? Because I'm a poet and I'm a therapist. I'm a social worker. I help people uplift themselves, and I put that into the poetry.
I love that you're able to meld everything that is a part of you. It's not separate and categorical. You're able to take the empathy you have for the world with the social work that you do and the therapeutic work that you do, and put that into a medium that everyone can understand.
I want to help people. Amazing. I want to help people. That's part of my purpose on this earth, right? And I'm figuring out, how can I live on this earth and be all right? I have to do things that I love every day.
Yeah, I don't want to blow up your spot, but are you in your 30s?
Today is my 39th birthday. Oh, today's my birthday.
That's right. Oh my God, that's right. Because I said happy birthday when you came in. But yes, happy birthday, baby.
Always in the 30s, women blossom.
I agree.
This is when we find out.
Yes. Yes, I know I am.
We start doing things that we would have never done before, because we get to a point where it's like, I just did everything I'm supposed to do.
Yes.
And when you get 30, it's like being 16 again.
I tell you, my mom used to tell me this shit all the time. Like, I'm only 32. When I was 28, she was telling me this.
Yes. It is amazing.
So beautiful. I'm in a different world in 30. It's weird to be like, kind of like, oh no, when I was 28 or 29, when I turned 30, things different. It's because you're kind of like, oh no, it's not like when you turn 30. And no, it's not when you turn 30 per se for every person.
Everybody's on their own journey.
I want to say I want to say around 31. 30 I was still in my 20s. But around 31, so much changed.
Changes.
I'm gonna be raw about it. Sexual appetites change. What I like changed. The things I felt attracted.
Girl, listen, the sexual appetite. I'm 39 now, so I'm really about to go.
You know what I'm saying?
My mom was trying to have that conversation with me recently. I said, "Daddy, don't play with me." Like, he's like, "Oh, you 39? Oh, you about to be 39? Watch what's going on." I'm like, "That's not the part that we can talk about anything else but that." Don't worry about that part.
Listen, she used to tell me.
Is it crazy that I cannot wait to see my 40s? Like, I'm looking forward to my 40s because of who I am, who I feel like I am now today at 39. I'm like, girl,
they don't look. You're talking ages.
Come on.
32.
I'm excited.
54.
54.
Yes.
And she.
Yes. Come on now.
Still. Let me not say
Come on.
Much. I ain't even gonna say too much, but I already said what I said. So you know what I said. I don't even gotta say
you 32. You 32 and she's on 50. So we know you had to tell a couple friends like, yo, that's my mama.
That's
right?
my mama.
Stop playing with me.
Listen.
You can't be my daddy. You my homie, right? Come on. It don't make sense.
Often we are out sometimes, like, and people really do like, oh, this is your older sister, so it's true that that's your mom. And I'm like, hold on.
You better not be cock blocking. You better not be cock blocking.
That's your mother. What's up? What's up?
Nah.
I can't take them anywhere.
I only take something because in the same breath, just recently, we were just here to do her interview. We went to somewhere and somebody was talking to me or somebody was looking at me. I don't know. But she was just like, why is he looking at you like that? We can walk anywhere and somebody will say something to me and she'll be like,
Nah,
I'm her mother.
No, y'all mad
Or she'll
funny.
be like, I'm her, that's my daughter.
No.
And he's like, I don't mean no disrespect. And I'd be like, yo.
Nah, y'all keep fucking on each other. What's going on? Y'all need y'all own sitcom. Y'all need cameras to follow you. I want to see that.
If you see the way that we are, like, no, I'd be like, yo, sis, you not.
Wait, hold on. So we single? You single, mommy?
She's single. Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
That's not a response. That is not an answer. And
The
somebody's
answer-
mad now.
If somebody not tight.
But we're not going to talk about somebody because somebody could be somebody and somebody needs to mind their business, right?
All right, you know what? What I said is, I ain't say I was single. I just said
that you just out here trying to make
that I am single so don't nobody try to talk to me. Because the answer's no.
You said you still got your last name that you was born with.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's all you was talking about.
Is that there ain't no ring on this
for
finger.
tax purposes.
Well, her mother's sitting right next to her, so. Respectfully, don't nobody try to hit me up with the answer's gonna be no.
But you know what? I was asking because I was gonna say what kind of like y'all be cock blocking a little bit. Y'all be right. So what kind of man or what would you want to see? What kind of person would you? Since mommy's single, what kind of man would you like to see mommy with?
Always doing the interviewing.
We was chilling.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna answer the question. I'm gonna answer the question.
Mommy a man right now.
Let me tell you something.
Right.
You don't want to see her well endowed.
Oh my God, what that mean? You got a lot of money
or big?
Oh,
that's not well. I mean, she also want money, but realistically, I'm sure that's what she meant. I think that's what she meant. So let me see. Who do I want to see her with? I want to see her with somebody who gonna shut her the fuck up. Anybody who gonna make her so happy that she don't gotta talk to me. And I don't mean that in a way like I don't want to talk to my mama. I mean that in a way that my mama call me only when I'm at work and be like, "Hey,
so what you doing? I'm working."
Nigga, I'm working when I work every Tuesday.
I think that comes with mothers. Mothers, all of them do that.
She don't got nothing to do. I need a nigga who gonna give her something to do. I don't care what it is.
No. You wanna know what's funny? That my mother do the same thing. You know they do this to us, but when we was younger, you can't call them while they at work. Hello. Question. I'm just trying to find out where
dumbass questions.
Like you just want to ask a question.
I said, "Mama, can I have that?"
Don't call me while I'm at work. I'm at work with that stuff.
This girl, she gonna call me and be like, "I just want to know why you didn't come over last night."
They don't respect us. Like, they don't respect them. They don't respect our jobs. Joe. They don't respect our job. Like, Ma, what's up with that, Ma?
I'm raising her. I told her we don't raise the roles. Like I'm raising her. Like I be calling her and I be like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm doing stuff." You didn't tell me you was doing stuff. What stuff is you doing? Where is you at? I don't got a location. What is this?
Wait a minute. You do the same thing. Y'all do the same thing.
Yes.
Hold on. You're not the reflection. We need a mirror right now.
Yes.
And y'all do look just alike. You know that, right?
Twins.
Before and after right now.
I wore my hair out. She wanted to wear her hair out. When we did her episode, I wore my hair in a bun. She wanted to wear her hair in a bun. She put her BBs so bad.
I've already been. I mean, she taught you. Yeah.
You try to be me right now.
Look like you look just like her. Like this is like Twilight Zone right now. You looking at yourself. That's crazy. Y'all look like beautiful. I like y'all cheeks.
90%. I wish my daddy dead, and I wish I could show you a picture of the. Well, maybe I might show a picture. When you see him, you go, "Oh no, you look just like your dad." You see her, you go, "Oh my God, you look just like your mama." Also, I'm a little bit chunky this year, right? When I'm a little bit slimmer, I don't look as much like her.
Okay.
No, they never do it. Round face. But when all of my siblings or us get a little bit on the chunky side, they look just like her. Look just like our
That's
mammy.
your mama.
That's your mama.
And
if I got good hair, it's from her. Sidebar. I don't care what nobody say to me, "Oh, there's no such thing as good hair." Bitch, I got good hair. Ain't nothing but water needed for my hair to activate.
All right.
That's good hair, baby. I need one tool. I can use a comb or a brush to brush this shit out. Good hair. And that is in genetics. That's that one. My daddy had nigga hair. Everybody on that side had nigga hair.
Excuse me, it's beautiful. Your hair is gorgeous.
Nigga hair is beautiful, but it's still nigga hair.
Yeah, nigga hair is beautiful.
And it's still
you gotta listen.
Several attachments.
And look, it teaches you patience. You need some patience, mama.
I can mama. I got zero.
Listen, I don't mind.
I got zero. That's why I put a wig on my head. I don't have no patience.
So you got the good hair for no reason. You're not even showing it off.
It's being wasted.
You showing off somebody else's hair.
She don't talk about me. The reason why I waste my good hair is because she keep cutting her hair off. How many times? This is the longest her hair been since she was a
Wait,
child.
what your hair got to do with her hair?
Because she taught me hair grow back.
Yeah, no, see, that's why I cut my hair off all the time. It does.
It grows back.
It does.
But it's harder when you have tougher, coilier, like 4C hair. No, it'll still grow back. No, it'll grow back, but it takes a bit more. I can say with the privilege.
I don't think so.
I know.
I don't think so. I think it's dependent on the person. Everybody's hair grows differently. Everybody's hair grows differently.
Denzel's hair is a little. My brother's hair is a little bit. Our hair, obviously, like we got different genes, right? Mm-hmm. My younger brother also has much finer, looser. Yeah. And there's a certain privilege that comes with that. You know, I say all that and I joke and blah, blah, blah. And the 4C, coily, kinky hair community is going to come for me.
But let me tell you something. Strangle me. Because I want to say something about that. But what I do want to say is that you might think that their hair is growing slower, but it's because the 4C and the course is because it's tighter. The curl is tighter. So if they permed it, it probably would be longer or might be growing faster than the other. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just tightness. I take in the information. I want you to know that I take in the information. I'm going to still make a joke. Because that's the person that I am. I love to laugh.
I do want to stop and make sure that you guys know that I have acknowledged. I've taken it in. I've heard it.
Yes. I love that.
But I was still making a joke. That's what I do. I got to know that knowledge. Yeah, I do acknowledge though. And I know that there's like a privilege. There's a privilege amongst most things. There's a privilege in being a little bit lighter. There's a privilege in being a little bit prettier. There's a privilege in being a little bit thicker. There's a privilege in being in. It all is about the perception of whoever.
There's literally a privilege in whatever your identity is.
Yes.
Slimmer, bigger, curver, lighter, darker.
It depends on where you are, because in this over here in this culture, the thinner, the skinnier, the straighter your hair.
Yeah, the straighter your hair.
But if you go to Africa, they like those big fat.
Yeah, it's all about preference.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just depends on where you are.
Yeah.
Some places corpulence is the greatest thing. They like them fat and sloppy and whatever. And some of them like them dark, and don't want no white skinned woman. Or some people want. I say. It depends on where you are in the country.
Yeah, what we're talking about is culture. We're talking about culture because you're right.
Tahine and who's that?
Yeah,
come on in.
So
come on, come on in. Hello.
Yeah, so what we're talking about is culture. Like in some places, certain things are like, I'm a thick girl. I've been thick my whole life, and I've had times when I was slim. But growing up, I was I'm from where I'm from, right? The Bronx. Like I grew up in the 80s and 90s. This is what they wanted. But the TV showed all the slim girls. Everybody looked opposite of me. But where I came from, I was beautiful. You understand? So it's about the culture. It is. So that's why it starts from within. It doesn't matter where you are. Wherever I walk through in this world, I'm beautiful. Like nobody can tell me nothing. I don't care what you're looking for. I am beautiful. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. Yeah. Period. It starts from within. I don't care what society is saying is beautiful.
Don't let I am that. And somebody like me and her and our jokes make you feel no sort of way. Trust me. Because I ain't shit. Let me tell you something. I ain't shit. I don't wear makeup. Yeah. I dress how I want to dress. Always did. Always will be. That's who I am. That's how I was raised. Like it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, because in the end of the day, when you look in that mirror, you are who you are.
Yes, you can't run from yourself.
I can't wake up, and like she wears makeup. I don't have nothing against it, but I don't want to go to bed with some man and then wake up in the morning and he's going, who your hair? I feel like I'm saying, if you, sometimes they do too much. Look at me and see that this is a wig and this is makeup. There's something wrong with you.
Oh my God.
I don't know what to tell you.
All right. What I say about that? Okay. Today's my birthday. I put on a little bit of makeup. Whenever I put it on, I still want to look like me. Like I'm not gonna. I can't fool you. Like it's me, natural, beat all the time. But like this is the second time I wore makeup this year. Right? It's like I put it on when I feel like it. Like I can go to a club and I go just like this. I don't get eyebrows like this. We don't get hair in my family. We don't get hair on our heads. Beautiful long hair, but I never shave my legs. I don't nothing. Like I don't. So it's like I get a little bit of eyebrows, and I will go outside just like that. And guess what? They love it.
I mean, I do too.
But
the ones that go overboard with the move eyebrows.
Yeah, makeup is for a reason.
Not too fucking much, because sometimes I got the move eyebrow. Don't do that.
No, but listen, you're playing dress up. You're playing dress up. Like you're playing dress up. It's like an enhancement. It's like what the look is supposed to. Yeah, if you got on a glam look, you glam up, you complete your look with the makeup look, right?
Yeah, that's normally what it is.
It's like
I don't go to work, for example, and I'm always all up. Sometimes it depends, because sometimes I just want to do it. I don't wear it for any reason. She done beat and instilled in me that I'm gorgeous. I don't need makeup. I wear makeup because I fucking want to. No way, I'm just because often though I have the time to do it, so it's kind of like, why not? And I do enjoy it. But I do also, and have been recently, a lot more within the coming into the 30s, being a lot more just kind of like, y'all get whatever the fuck.
Whatever you feel like.
Y'all get.
It's whatever you feel like.
Y'all get whatever the fuck y'all get. And that's really just it.
Makeup is an art. Like it's fun. It can be fun to do it. Like it's just art. Yeah. So like if you feel like today's a makeup day, it's a makeup day. It's because like you're using it as the tool that it was created for.
And it makes me feel better. And I like, a little pep in my step in. But if it's 100 degrees, there's no wig or makeup in this face. Okay. And there are unfortunately women that are that insecure that need to still do that. We're going to the beach, we're going to the pool, I'm gonna fucking wig on. I go to work. How much fun are you gonna have? I go to work with a wig on, and then the next day I don't have a wig on, and the next day I have a wig on, and the next day I don't have a wig on.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't feel no sort of way.
It's part of the outfit.
It's part of the outfit. Baby. It's an accessory.
It's an accessory, yeah. The key is knowing that you're beautiful either way. If you're using it as a tool, I feel like be in my face today. Okay, but don't look in the mirror and say, I don't like how it looks. I need to put this on. That's when it's switching over to like the mental health, the emotional. Is you're connecting it to your value.
Yes.
And that's not okay.
Message of the day, message of the episode. You don't connect that to your value. Your value is yourself, not what you look on the outside, not what you can offer people, not what you can do for people, not what people feel about you and how you make other people feel. Your value is you, what you instill in yourself, and the things you stand for and what you push out into the world. That's your value. Mm-hmm. People have to see that, accept that, and see your value. They can't create what they want. They can't create your value.
It starts from within. And to go for that, there's something that I always say, an analogy that that my brain created that explains it. If it's like a kid, right? Who you give a little girl, we're taught we want to be princesses. You give them 2 tiaras. One tiara is full of diamonds. It's worth $500,000. They don't even know. And then they have another one that's bedazzled. It's just rhinestones, right? And you say, hey, which one would you like to play with? And the little girl takes the rhinestone crown and she's just, oh, look at me, I'm a princess. And she leaves that $500,000 diamond blinged out on the floor. Is it any less worthy? It's still worth what it's worth, right? But because she doesn't see it, it doesn't change the value. And that's how we need to look at ourselves. Like, people are always going to say things. They're going to doubt us. They're going to say, you can't do something because they feel like they can't do it. And they're just bringing how they feel. They're putting it on you. They're just placing it. So we have to love ourselves. Just love yourself. Be who you are. That's it. This is your one shot.
This is like
do not miss your chance to blow. I think about the Eminem because I love music, right? But like, that's how I look at my life. Like, this is my one shot at life. What are you gonna do with your life? That's it.
Say that whole thing. Do not miss your chance to blow.
Do not miss your chance to blow.
It's opportunity, right?
Once in a lifetime. This is life.
There you go.
This is it.
Hold on, wait. I knew that bar and she didn't. I know hip hop. And I'm gonna just
No, you know why? Because I got a lot of stuff in my head. I'm like, this head right here, I should be texting myself right now, right? I'm usually texting myself like, yo, Jackie, because I gotta get these thoughts up. But so listen, Eminem, that's my nigga. That's my nigga. But white boy. He's a white boy, but that's my nigga.
Parents, you got 2 parents. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, we're gonna take a pause. We need to refill our drinks. We're gonna take a little break, move our legs, and we'll be back. Stay tuned.
Okay.
All right, we're back. We're gonna actually try to get through some fucking questions and not just be girls, because I want the audience to know about you.
Okay.
But I can't promise. I'm not gonna lie.
They're gonna get to know me regardless, right? We here.
This is a fact.
The Bronx is here. All right.
God,
I'm done. I'm done.
The Bronx.
The Bronx is here.
Don't do that.
All right.
She fake as fuck.
Yeah, I feel like I left the Bronx. I got the Bronx is here. Yeah. West side.
Wait, no. Ask that. Oh, so sorry. Ask that. Okay, boom. Why poetry? Because when it comes to words, there's so many like ways to use them. Writing, rapping, singing, etc. You know, why poetry?
Yeah. I write, I rap.
And we do all those. We sing.
I sing, but I don't know how to sing. But I'm the karaoke queen.
No, period.
You know, I can karaoke. You know, but I'm not a singer.
I think we'll have to go for a karaoke night because I don't.
Yeah, I love karaoke. Let's go.
Like yeah.
What's the karaoke song you gotta sing? Like, I got a list.
Camera started rolling. I'm not gonna hold you.
We outside.
Let's go.
Come on, boo. We outside.
You heard it here first. All right, bet. But why poetry?
Poetry. I love poetry. Poetry chose me. Poetry is my love, my first love, and rap as well. Like I used to rap. I can rap if I feel like it, but like I let my poetry rap for me. Is how I look at it now.
Okay.
Like. Because my flow is the rhythm. It's the beat.
You said you can rap or out rap saran wrap until it's out of rap.
Oh snap! You saw that? I heard it was something about out rapping saran.
Out rapping saran wrap until it's out of rap.
I don't know. Maybe
like that. I'm pretty sure those were the words.
Yeah, I can do it. Like when I used to rap, like I go to the studio, I don't come with anything. I hear the beat, I see what's going on, and I sit there and I don't even count bars. Like count 16, my brain does it for me, and then I just stop where I'm supposed to stop. And then I just go in. And I do that with my poetry, you know? Like it's like how long it take you to write a poem? The poem lasts 4 minutes speaking it, and I could do that in 7 minutes. Like 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, like all of that. It's just I write, I sit down. I don't know. How many days have we been here this year? I don't know. I've written like over 400 poems this year.
Since 2020.
Oh wait, it's not like I'm bragging. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you what I do.
No, I'm just
my
saying.
My brain be doing it. My brain. I probably
started
2025. Yeah. It just flows. Like sometimes I wake up and I'm like, my phone, where's the phone? Mm-hmm. I lose poems. It's just I have a lot of thoughts. And I speak my voice, like I just use my voice in any way I can. So I do speak it. I do write stories. I do it all. But poetry, I just love it. And I feel like it's quick. Like if I could teach or educate or like whatever's in my head, I want to share it with the world, whoever it's for healing. Because that's all it's for. It's not for to be popular, to be famous, it's social work. Like I'm a social worker. Yeah. My poetry is social work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Girl,
it's mental health. It's because it's me. It's just me. So.
And that's when something just kind of like breeds you, or something like my mom does. Like I said, crocheting. Often you're not following like a pattern. By this point in her life, like she's just doing it. It just is. My mom could push out bunches of stuff.
Whatever she feels like.
Sometimes it's like I won't touch it.
You just let your fingers do it.
And then when I got it in my head, then you just go. And I feel the same way with like when I make like my cocktail recipes. Yes. Often I'm like, you know, maybe I'm in a dead end or hit a whatever, but then sometimes maybe I'll go and have that one drink and it hits that inspiration and I'm just like pushing out different recipes.
That is so beautiful.
Like, you know, like, but I feel like that is a good thing when it shows that genuine passion for what it is that you're doing, because it's so easy that it's so effortless. It's kind of just
it shows I am poetry.
You know? So when you weren't here for champagne poetry, unfortunately, but when we talk about that, it's a lot of spoken word that we get. And what is that to you? And is it poetry, or is it like poetry but deeper, like poetry on crack per se? Is how I like to think of it, because yes, it's poetry, but the way that spoken word makes you feel versus maybe just reading a poem out of a book, when it's performed, not rapped, not, you know, in an artist sort of way, in that way, but
perform, when poetry is performed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What is that to you? Like, what is, like,
you know, that's so interesting.
I see the smile on your face. I love that.
Because I just like it's so interesting because like to me it's just poetry, but it's just how you're expressing the poetry. Like honestly, like I'm not well versed on like I don't consider myself a spoken word artist, right? A spoken word poet, but people consider me that because I guess what I do is what is looked at as spoken word, right?
Yes.
But like no, I write poems that like you could read it in the book. Like I got poems for everything. Like you know how like Trey Songz or like Life Jennings, like they sing about things that rappers rap about, right?
Yeah.
Or like
that was a great.
So like
yeah.
So my poetry, I'm rapping. I got something for like the culture. Like I'm speaking to my people, the people, right? And then I have stuff I'm talking about love. Right. Then I have stuff that would fall into like social work category. And then like I said, it's just whatever comes out of my head because it's me, but I'm just putting it into like written form, my thoughts, and it turns into a poem. And that's just it. So the question was like, I guess there are differences, and I kind of like look at my poetry as like melodic poetry. If that's not a thing, that's kind of how I consider it because I keep getting asked this question, but I really don't know how to answer it. I just do what I want. I don't follow nobody. Like, I know that like
you know, your own drum.
You know, there's different techniques in writing and stuff, but if you ask me what technique am I using, nobody taught me how to do this. Like I've just been writing my whole life, and I just do what I want to do.
Your technique.
Yeah, yes. The Jackie technique.
Nobody exactly.
That's it.
If I want to read it from my book, listen, I write. I can't memorize all of my poetry, right? But it's mine. So if I want to sit here and read it to you out of a book, what's the difference?
Yeah.
You know, and I've even heard like because it's known, like this is what you do. If you're a poet, you stand up and you read your poetry and that's but I don't have to do what anybody else is doing. Like I'm doing it how I want to do it. If this is the poem I want to give you today, if I don't have it memorized, and also I'm a neurodivergent, right? I'm a social worker, right? So I'm gonna tell you what the world would post, like tag on my name. Jackie has ADHD, so she's a neurodivergent. So my brain goes fast. But I'm also an out-of-box thinker. I utilize what they tagged on me, right? And so I live with ADHD, and I love it. I love my brain. You know,
it's about using that. It's not a problem. It's a superpower.
If
you use it in 100%, you use it in the right way.
It works for you.
It's not a problem. It works for you better, and not against you. 100%. I love that you found that because ADHD and things like that, those are things that like people are ashamed of having. Having those sort of like super common sort of, I guess they would say mental issues or whatever, you know what I mean? Or emotional.
It will be considered a mental condition or disorder, right? But listen, all of our brains are beautiful. All of our brains are beautiful. It's about learning how to use the brain that you were given for this earth. Use it to your advantage. Figure it out. So you gotta respect your brain.
Who are
geniuses.
Oh my God, yes. And I love you. Want to know something? And something like a symptom of autism, for example, is that they autistic. If you fall under that spectrum, maybe you don't pick up on certain social cues, right? Or you're blurred out something that we've been trained, like we figured it out, right? And they'll just tell you, like, oh, you need to, or you have something on your face, or you know. I love that. I love respect. Like, hurt my feelings with the truth, baby. I need to know. Let me fix that.
As long as the intention behind it isn't this like malicious intent, which
like Elon Musk.
So that's a superpower.
Elon Musk.
He's autistic.
He's autistic. Is he?
Yeah.
He does look.
And it's a spectrum. No, well, there's a spectrum. Right, so it's so much that goes.
He's on the higher end of the spectrum.
Yes, no, there's functioning. He's like
very smart.
Asperger's. I mean, and there's like
he's very
smart. The spectrum of what you can do,
but he's evil smart.
Yeah, I don't think he's using it in the best way.
He's like the evil genius.
Oh my God, I love that you guys say that because I always say that like everyone is smart, everyone has brilliance, but it's about what you use it for. Some people use their brains. Intelligence for stupidity, for example. Like,
and that's what you know what I mean? Like, you can do so much better with how your brain functions. Like, they have so many movies like Limitless with I can't remember the main guy's name. Oh, Matthew McConaughey
with the pill, right?
Yes, with the pill. I think so.
Oh, right.
Yes, where it's like it hit that last little 10% of your brain that you can't access or whatever. Like, from what I've heard, often the autism or the like autistic are able to reach into that 10% that our brains, normal brains, can't access. And that's why we get a lot of those being prodigies and geniuses.
So
and
like
the ability
and you know what? And that's another thing. Like when you say normal, right? So we want to take so it's like normal. We would consider that as a social worker. Instead of saying normal, we would say normal typical, because it's just like being right-handed is typical. Versus there's nothing wrong with being left-handed, you know?
Yes, there is.
It's just the world. Everything is not built for the left hand.
It's not built for us at all,
right? And so you get it. You get it. So at me with ADHD, I learn differently. I learn like visually. I learn. I gotta hear it. I gotta see it. All of it. I use all of that, and that's what makes my mind brilliant. I am brilliant. Nobody has to tell me I'm a genius. I'm a genius because anything I put my mind to, I excel at it. So we're all geniuses. Actually, we just have to learn how to use our brain.
That's like the crochet. I had to teach myself how to crochet because they only had right-handed books. I had to teach myself how to knit because they only had right-handed knitting books. Everything was for right-handed people. I had to take everything and reverse it.
Look at that. You know, that's you're a pioneer for that. You could be showing others. You can be showing her.
She doesn't want to be on camera.
It's not that. It's just
I've been telling her, like,
when you are doing stuff like that,
that's a big deal.
I know, but then it becomes a job.
But you love doing it.
I know.
But I don't like this about knowing how when to post.
How does it make you feel? First of all, how does it make you feel when you like you said, everything's made for right-handed people, and that's something you love to do, right? And you're left-handed. How did it make you feel? Like even like how did it make you feel good that everywhere you go, it's like it's annoying, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's annoying, and it might hurt your feelings. You just start to think like, damn, it's not made for me, right? So think about the people that you could actually pour into their hearts. You're just doing what you love to do. Just throw the camera on, even if you don't want to show anybody, just to do it for fun. Like, I'm just gonna record myself, and then if you feel like putting it out, because you never know how it can inspire somebody.
I be trying to
that
tell
is
her.
You're a walking inspiration.
They have now for the left-handed.
Half the things
doesn't matter. They don't have you.
She is the things that she can do. It's unreal. Like. It is not even like on some like, and that's how you know, like often you like rib your parents, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I'm being super like realistic. Like she's super talented. Like the things she can do is unreal. The things I've seen my mom do, like, and create in her hands is like unreal. And it's like, it's hard to like be an entrepreneur in general. It's harder when you're older. And you know what? It brings us into the motherhood section of this, because she's been doing it since before I was born.
Since I was 9.
Wow. Since you were 9.
You know?
Come on. And there was nothing, and I know at that time, there was really nothing out for the left-handed, right?
No, my sister taught me one stitch, and I had to eyeball it until I got it. And then I just
Come on. Self-taught.
Ponchos, headbands, hats, gloves, sweaters, socks, and not just in the basic. We're talking deep, intricate, sort of like patchwork quilts, like throughout, like real good shit. And so it's like, it's difficult to maybe hone that skill when you have children. And I know you have one, right?
I have a son, Cameron.
You know, and she had your first kid, what, as you said, 17. Relax.
17.
Yeah, relax. I said 16 because she probably could see. Whatever. When, if you don't mind.
My son, Cameron, he's 16. He'll be 17 next week, May 9th.
So you had him
I was 22.
22.
I was April 30th.
Oh my God!
May
My son's birthday is May 9th.
Oh my
And her birthday is
on the 10th.
Oh my God, look at the Taurus. Taurus energy. That's why you got that.
Oh my God, yes. Wow. That's my birthday. That's crazy.
Come on.
We met once. A lot of these episodes that I come on here with, I'm like, I met this person one time. Whether it be through Ronnie, whether it be through Dom, whether it be through Natural, whatever. I met them one time and we clicked. We met one time and we had a whole conversation on this. It was like, yo, no, this is exactly. And then she was like, she's a mother. And I said, I was perfect timing. Like, oh my God, this is
That's my home.
Look at that, and then we start seeing these little sort of connections. Like, yes, no, she don't claim the Bronx, but she was born in the Bronx.
Yeah, maybe it's a Bronx tourist thing. A Bronx tourist thing.
You know, you don't even want to admit it, but maybe.
Shout out to the Bronx.
I'll put the X up.
Okay.
I'll put the X up. So,
I ain't never. When people say where your family, listen. When people say where your family from, when people say where your family from, you got to say the Bronx because your mother's from the Bronx.
I don't think she wouldn't hear that though.
It's all right. We from New York City.
She's happy about that.
We from New York City.
She would say she from Queens.
We from New York City.
She was born and raised in Cambria Heights. She was in a nice neighborhood of Queens. She don't want to be associated with the Bronx.
Why you keep doing that? Stop doing that. The Bronx is fire.
That's how she feels too. The Bronx everything. You know what? Hold on, wait.
Shout out to the Bronx.
Wait. Please don't beat me up.
You might get like, you messing with the Bronx. Like I'm messing with the Bronx.
Hold on, let me stop. Let me get my heart.
Our borough is very
I want to give my heartfelt apology to the borough.
The Bronx. This is the apology that we deserve. Go ahead, give us one that we deserve.
While I may have been born in Harlem and raised in Queens, I have met a Bronx, but not this one. This one. I met a Bronx red woman and I fell in love. And you know what? And you know what? I was wrong. I still won't ever go to the Bronx. But
okay, we don't want to see you over there.
I respect you. Gonna get beat up. That's the reason I don't want to
We gonna be waiting for you at the train to beat my ass before 176th Street. Don't let her come off 176th Street in the 4 train. That's where I'm from. That's where I grew up.
I will not be anywhere.
Listen, y'all see her? Tell her. What's that? Where you playing?
I'm so sorry.
Queens, where you from?
I claim Bronx.
Queens get the money. They said I heard.
The Bronx.
It's gonna be I heard Queens get the money. So where the money at?
Wait a minute,
the money not gonna make it out of the Bronx.
I'm gonna go to the Bronx with a carry-on, and them niggas a pole, no cell phone, no money, no speaker.
Represent for Queens.
Yes, we are poor.
Represent for the Queens
area. I take everything back. I'm so sorry, Bronx.
All right, we might accept your apology. I'm gonna speak to the people and then I'll get back to you.
She gonna speak to y'all. You let me know.
All right.
But respectfully, we might have our differences, but you know what?
New York City, where the girls are pretty, we get a little gritty and we were all pretty.
New York City girl, let's together. I'm so sorry. You know,
right.
This is what happens. I don't know my questions. Because we talking, I don't know the questions. Hold on, wait.
Having too much fun.
Stop. I did ask her. She said
this is really good. I don't know if you told the people. This is so good. What is in here again?
It's reposado, homemade cantaloupe and jalapeno syrup, and lime juice. All 2%. That's it.
I guess I do like a lot of cantaloupe. I said I didn't like it, right?
You said you wasn't a melon girl. I guess you
Maybe when you give it to me, you can. I mean, the bartender, the mixologist. What do we call you? I don't know. I'm not up on that.
Like,
whatever gets the drink made right?
I am. What you want me to be?
Now, what are we talking about right now?
Just say it. I'm glad you like it. I love when y'all love it.
It's really good, yeah.
I really do love when y'all love it. Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Are you, what was I going to say? Are you glad you had your son at that age while you were still able to run and rip and, do things with him?
Fuck off. Go ahead.
She about to go with this. Go ahead. I had mine a little too young. Still be able to run and rip and everything. But I think that being older, because I had my last one at 30, it's a lot. It's kind of like a lot. Yes, it is. It definitely is. But I think that age was a good age to
22?
have. Yeah, because you're still young enough to rip and run with him.
Yeah.
And you're still learning
we had fun. Like, I feel like we grew together.
Right.
Like, I became a woman with him. Like, and I love that. Like, and I feel it in our relationship, But I also know, looking back at it, I could say, I feel like I just had him at the perfect timing. But at that age, sometimes I always loved being a mom. So I never regretted anything. I never was sad but there were times where it was like, my friends could do things that I couldn't do. Right. However, I feel like I always this is something my mother told me. I was really afraid when when I found out I was pregnant and I decided I'm going to keep my child. Like I knew automatically. And my mother said something to me. I'm one of 8. My mother had 8 of us. She said, listen, your life doesn't end. You're going to become a mother and it's a beautiful thing. I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to hold you down. But like becoming a mother doesn't stop your life. You're going to continue your life as a mom. Like your life doesn't end. Like,
right.
Because it was scary. So the answer is like, yeah, I felt like I had him at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I wasn't too old. I wasn't too young. Like, yeah, we was ripping and running. I had the energy.
No, because I had her around 21, 22. And I think that was a good age to have it.
You think so?
The other one was, you know, the last one was like, you're a little too old to be having a kid.
30? No.
No, because all I could think about, I'm saying because all I could think about was how old I would be by the time I got him out the house.
Oh my God!
It was the beginning, and you was talking about the end already.
Like, oh my God, we almost 50. Oh my God, screwed up my entire life.
You gave the first half of your century, right? Like you gave it away to the kids.
Oh my God, how was I going to take him to leave?
Y'all was together though. Y'all was together hanging out.
We're very good.
All right.
But now she wants a little young one to keep in her house.
She wants you to pop one out for her.
I got 3 boys. Any one of them could pop it out. Now they grown.
She just want anybody.
They were told when they were growing up. That's what I'm saying. I said, wait until I'm 50. It's 4 years ago. What are y'all waiting for?
Now my life got a jump.
Because she won't be Thanksgiving. Now I want to see I want to go to Thanksgiving. Y'all are hilarious. Okay.
What she talking about? Now I gotta push out a baby because she's like, well, it's 4 years past my prime.
It's 4 years past the 50 mark.
At least you know you got help. Like she gonna hold you down.
She ain't gonna have. It is not the same time of her having them babies. It is not the same time. And she wasn't even.
She doesn't have to raise it. I'll give it back to her when it's time to go to school.
This is what she said. Did you hear that? Which means she's gonna take my child that I held, carried, and
only had because I wanted
in 5 years, and they give it back to me when it's time to go to school.
Wait a minute, but what about adopting? You could adopt or foster.
I don't like kids.
Oh, you know what?
Now she don't like kids.
I don't.
You don't like kids?
This
you don't come from the family tree? She's keeping it real. You can't be mad at that.
Adopt. I was adopted. Not that
nice. And that's beautiful, right? Everybody needs a home, but she needed from the DNA that's from.
No, there's 3 more of them.
All right.
Figure it out.
Roll the dice.
Each one of y'all only need to have 1 kid apiece. That gives me 4 grades.
She said you don't even have to love the man. She said you're not single with the baby. You can do it right tonight. Should she start tonight?
She should have started 2 years ago.
Going there. I got birth control on my arm, and I'm solid. Go on ahead. Anyway,
you should have told her you was trying, girl.
No, so I can get her hopes up. Every time I go, oh, my stomach hurts, she go, huh? No, I ain't pregnant. My stomach hurt, got gas. What are you talking about? That piss me off.
Hilarious.
She's so annoying. And leave me alone, girl. Anyway, we've heard of terrible twos, and I know that she's heard of terrible teens. And respectfully, at 32, I look back on my life and I go, damn, I was the worst teenager. No. In regards to my brothers, in regards to people that I know in general, like I wasn't the worst teenager. Like I wasn't the worst girl teenager out there that could be.
Oh man,
I was bad, I'm sure. But no, I wasn't the worst. I wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying?
So you
but not until she hit her senior year.
So that's like saying I don't do meth. I do crack or I smoke a little weed. Like you still so obvious, right?
But I do smoke a little.
That's what I'm saying. Like you was bad. You was bad.
What was you saying? Like up until my senior year, really. No, up until my senior year, I think I was pretty good. And then senior year, a lot of us get that senioritis. Yeah, high school. I was good.
What you was doing?
Even when I was doing bad, I still managed to like.
At the end, and you didn't want to go to
school.
What was going on though? What do you feel like when you look back? What was actually going on? You was acting out, but there was a reason.
Well, I wouldn't say I was acting out. There was no acting out. I didn't defer
or like try to fight her and things. Oh,
you didn't go to school. You didn't go to school.
But it wasn't like, oh, cause my mom said I gotta go to school. I'm not going to school.
She was just done with school.
I just was done with school. It was
she
difficult.
didn't want to wait all
I didn't want to wait. It was annoying. The classes were disruptive. I wasn't a kid. I was a kid who, while yes, I was a regular kid. I wasn't like this like super nerdy. I'm going to class like goody two shoes.
You was just doing what you had to do.
But I had to do what I had to do. You know, I spent some classes. I had some fun. You know what I mean? Whatever. But I went to school and I did my job.
Yeah.
Classes became disruptive. It became to a point, meaning like you had other kids
students
who just
disrupting your learning.
You weren't learning anything.
Okay,
it just got to the point where just I don't want to be in class. And yes, there was a boy involved too, which also helped push that. And you know what I mean? But that wasn't the main drive. But it didn't help to have that.
He wasn't going to school. He was feeling the same way.
He was a senior, and I was like 1 year below him, so he was also already feeling the senioritis. He was already out and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So that didn't help. But it was hard being in school where I didn't necessarily enjoy
your
school,
learning was being interrupted.
But
you weren't even in the environment.
Way where like, listen, like, I just had to do what I had to do. Get to school, get some good grades. It wasn't that deep. She wasn't like you had to get 100 on every test. It wasn't like, oh, you have to be super perfect. It was like, yo, just
get through it.
Like,
yeah,
just like,
you can
graduate and graduate decently, bro.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like no sort of peer pressure or push or whatever. It was fully in the school.
It sounds like it's because of the learning. Like had it been, it was just like, what are we doing here? I'm not learning anything.
It was
that's actually sad.
I'm reading through the book. I'm already at the end of the book. I want it in person class, and it was just like, I'll come back to class when we take the test.
That breaks my heart.
I already know the answers, and I already ready. What the fuck am I here for? To just sit here in class for y'all and not let me go to the bathroom when I want to because they treat you like fucking prisoners.
So you're talking about systemic, like a systemic problem, and you know,
I didn't want to be in school.
Yeah,
it wasn't the school or the learning or whatever. I didn't want to be in school.
I understand
because the school system sucks, and that's why kids don't.
That's why I do what I do. That's what I understand. I understand what you're saying is a real problem. Like there's somebody right now. There's kids right now dealing with that same thing.
And I'm a good kid, like quote unquote. I'm a good kid. I didn't get into problems. I went to class. I went to school. I didn't talk back. To this day, I don't have problems with authority. I don't. You know what I mean? Sure, if you say that, this no problem. Yes, I have my own sort of whatever, but like I don't really fight back as whatever. I pay my fare on the MTA.
That's like, you know what I mean? What you're talking about is like, that's gaps of education. Those are the things that cause issues, the dropout rate, and in certain areas, urban areas with marginalized identities, because there's not enough being poured into the school.
Yes.
So what you're talking about is a
lot of us.
It's a societal issue.
Who just
it has nothing to do with the intelligence. Yeah.
Like Shiggy, I'm sure throughout, he's famous now, so I'll tag him, but I'm sure he won't see it. But I know Shaquille since 5th grade. I've known Shaquille since middle school, regular Shaquille, who had pasty hands and was really good in math class. And at Game 24, if y'all know Game 24. And you know what I'm saying? But he was pushed as a class clown. Yeah. He was too smart for the class.
You're talking about, exactly.
He was too smart.
Those are defense mechanisms you're talking about.
Levels of education. And so he should have been skipped up.
Yeah. So what you're talking about, sometimes it could be something as simple as like a visual issue, like a child having trouble seeing the board and they're getting low grades and then they get glasses and then they excel. It's because if I'm not taught that like this is what I'm supposed to be seeing, I'm thinking everybody's seeing like I'm seeing. So maybe there's a problem with me. And these are, so what we're talking about is societal issues and issues that run rampant through our community.
So how is your son in our community? Not how is your son in school, but how does he manage with, because I'm so glad that my kids are out of this school system.
Okay.
With the way, especially today, with the way these schools are. It's insanity.
Yeah. And you know,
how does he negotiate?
I mean,
you know,
at 16, I'm an 80s baby, so like we always, I mean, as a Black person in this world, we've always gotten the crumbs and the scraps. So we just had to make nothing out of that. That's why our imaginations are what they are. My son, for one, I've done a lot of things as a mom, and I'm a single mom. And like my son goes to one of the top schools in New York City. He's in a specialized school. He goes to the high school for mathematics, engineering, and science at City College. And that was something we pushed. Like I groomed. I took him from a regular school in our neighborhood. We live in the city in Manhattan. And then he went to Success Academy, and it has its ups and downs. Like there's a lot of different things you can say about charter schools, right?
Yeah.
However, and this is something I taught my son from a young age. I talk to him like he has a brain.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's number one. Yes. I don't judge him based on his age, but I divulge information based on what I think he can handle.
Yes.
And understanding the knowledge that he has accumulated during his lifetime.
Yes.
So it's like assuming somebody doesn't know something because of their age is stupid. That's ignorance within, right? Yes. So like I talk to my son like he has a brain, so he's learned how to use it. Right. So he understands that school is a system. It's to put everybody, align everybody to be alike. Right. It's very much. Yes. So I teach him that when you go to school,
Nazi-fy it. That's a good way of saying it. Yeah.
When you go to school, learn how to learn how to do what they want you to do well, and like take the good stuff and leave the stuff. I don't expect the school to raise my kid, right? So anyway, so he goes to a great school, and even with that, he goes to a great school. He had like, if you looked at the numbers, he had like a 1% chance. So like I also make it. I mean, it's like a burden. He's one of the few Black children in his school, so he experiences like those things and things that he may not even recognize, right? But we go through ups and downs. I just constantly pour into him, empower him. Because sometimes he feels like maybe I can do better. Yeah. But I'm like, boy, you're already doing great. You know? So I just let him be him.
It's the best thing you can do. Do you want more children?
I mean, if I get a husband on time and I fall in love and if I get a husband on time, while I can still procreate, I can create it. For me, it's gonna happen. I would love it. I would be okay without it. I'm fine either way, you know. But I always wanted a daughter, so I can name her Charlotte and call her Charlie.
I saw that you mentioned.
Reason.
I mean, plus I want a little Jackie. I don't know if the world can handle it though.
Yeah, I feel like she's put out a little hurt, and while she's
y'all are
also like, I don't think the world is ready for it. I don't think y'all are.
I don't know. I think we're gonna like it. I think we're gonna like it. I think the world needs it.
Tell me about Empowerment Hour.
Oh yeah, so
please, of course, yes, please.
Okay, so Empower Hour is a program that I created as a master social work student when I was in grad school as an intern. I work with. So I've worked with children mostly, right, the youth, and I became interested in working with seniors. I call them the gems of the society. So we call them seniors or aging adults. So anyway, I'm seeing the gaps. At NYU, I was a fellow, and I worked under a really beautiful mentor who does a lot of work for seniors all throughout the country. And I just learned how to work directly with that community and just seeing the gaps. Like ageism is real. You know, imagine like going through your life being like, look at us. We're powerful Black women. We're walking through life doing all these things. And then you retire and then people don't even care what you did with your life.
You don't have to retire. All you got to do is go like that.
Get a little frail, get a little old, get a little...
they forget all.
It's like you're still you. You're still you.
Don't call me ma'am.
Yeah.
What do you call a ma'am?
I think one time she went somewhere and they were like, yeah, this is the 65 and older menu or something. Where did you go?
Oh my God.
Like, I hopped with some shit or whatever, and they gave you like that.
Yeah, I was like, I like this gray hair.
Yeah, that's 65 and older.
That's absolutely and we can crack up about it, but it's like really a thing.
And they don't do that,
but it's not okay. It's not okay.
Because women age and men get distinguished.
Yeah. And like
I just brought that up actually to Brian. He was like, no, I think that's what society has brought up. That's a society thing. I said, no. Women get older and we lose everything. And men age and all of a sudden
everything. They
get everything. It's crazy.
And also because it's culture, right? We like there are places like, for example, like Asian culture.
Yeah.
Right? Like where they revere the the elders,
Yeah.
right? Our society doesn't do that. American society. So it's like there's so much wisdom, there's so much life that has lived. But with the older we get, it's a blessing. I love aging. That means I'm alive. So I dedicate my time to the aging community. It's a group that I created. It's a community that I created. We bring creativity. Like, we empower one another. I empower others to be in power.
Yeah.
To be in power, right? And we do it in creative ways. So we bring music, art, poetry, writing, all that. Every week I bring them something different. And it's successful, and it's changing lives. It's like,
I feel like
what
is that they say? Youth is wasted on the young, and age is wasted on the old. Wisdom is wasted on the old.
Wisdom is wasted on the old, and youth is wasted on the young. Yes.
Wow.
Because you don't understand it. Again, we bring it back to what she said with the whole, like, coming into the 30s, but then coming into the 40s, and then coming into your 50s, and then coming into your 60s. It's something that where it's like, wisdom is, I don't need wisdom per se. The more I get older,
wisdom doesn't come with age. That's another thing. There's no correlation. Wisdom doesn't come with age. You could be a 50-year-old with a 15-year-old.
Hello.
You could be. Listen.
I've seen them.
I have friends who are 70-something years old, and guess what? The same way that we get together, like same way we got together on the playground, going back and forth, they do the same thing. They bicker. They are. It's all the same, because we are just living as humans. Right? Bless you. But yeah, Empower Hour. As an intern, I created it. It was very successful, and I was brought back in once I got my degree, and officially became a social worker. They loved it so much, and now it's something that I do as a consultant. I just go into the center and I do my program in my way for my people.
I feel like I've seen a rise on social media of, like, especially young Black women doing more. I was telling her, for like the older community. Not just creativeness, not just arts and crafts, but like dancing, listening to the music that was meant for them.
I'm never gonna stop listening to music. When I'm 80, I'm gonna listen to music. I'm gonna listen to Jay-Z when I'm 80, and I'm gonna. You understand?
Yeah.
You're still a person.
Yes, and that's what I've been seeing.
You're still beautiful. You look. I'm gonna look beautiful at 75, at 37. It doesn't matter. Like, we have to, like, love and respect our bodies and appreciate that our bodies are even growing and able to age, right?
When you reach an age, I think that I've stopped. And when I turned 32, I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm 32. I was like, I'm fucking 32.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's a revolution.
And beautiful and bold.
32. And I am exactly. I'm myself. There's so much about it. Like, it's so, like, yes, older people are annoying, i.e. perfect example. And, like, also older and older, they're just grumpier and blah, 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 but they've done through so much life, and, like, kind of, like,
and
the older I get,
and not all of them.
Grumpy myself. Because when I see a 16-year-old or 14-year-old, I say, oh my fucking God, where are your parents?
I'm 39 and I'm grumpy sometimes.
Get off my lawn.
And remember, for 39 years, I've been through a lot of things in my life, right?
You know?
Yo, I thank my spirit. Like, thank you for remaining beautiful, remaining loving, remaining kind, because the world has done things to me, right? So it's like, imagine reaching 50, reaching 60, and so you're accumulating all the life experience.
And
so
being tired.
You would be tired and depressed, right?
Eventually, you're fucking tired, and you're very much like...
That's why no matter how old you are, it's okay to work on your mind.
Yeah.
It's okay to work on your mind. It's okay to go see the lady. I'm the
lady,
by the way. I'm the lady, by the way. You can come see me. You can come see some of my friends. I don't know, you know.
I gotta go see the lady, because when I be walking down the stairs of the train and them old people be taking too long, I low-key be like, get out the way. I gotta go see the lady.
That's
I gotta go see the lady.
One day somebody's gonna push your mother like that.
No,
and now you want to fight.
And then I would be tight. But also, I don't physically be like,
and that sounds crazy. If she push you and you better go get your mother. They tell you go get your mother to have a fight with your mother.
Beat her ass. Nah, like, it don't be like, oh, you there,
boom, it'd be
You
like,
say, excuse me, what could have happened?
don't say I mean, excuse me, can you get in a slow lane? I'm not even trying to be.
Is there a slow lane?
Yes. Whoa, wherever the open are. Hold on.
That's
hold on. Studio audience.
Not okay.
That's not a slow lane when you're walking. Stop. Before we get to the trivia,
English that message. No.
This is the end of the conversation. Wait. Studio audience. They can't see our faces. It's fine. They can't see our faces.
Nah, good night.
There's not a slow walk when you're walking. It's not slow. There's a slow lane in the world. When you're walking up the stairs, there's a slow lane in the stairs. That's the lane.
It's just law. You think it's law. You wrote that law in your head. There is no law.
She in my head and he in my head too. We in the same time.
That's why.
Where's like the escalator where people stand still and then there's one little slot for y'all to run up and down.
That's the problem.
Is that if you know you can't stand that's what's wrong with the train.
Okay, so how would you like them to
moving too fast?
No, you know what it is?
You know what? I don't know. I'm young.
Yeah, that's the problem. You don't understand.
Yeah, no. So I want to acknowledge that I'm young and I don't understand your play. And so since I did that, now I can make a joke. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, it was funny. It was funny. But like I said, no, but on the real though. Look,
it's because it's slow lane. 20 years over.
And look, don't worry, I'll be fighting so that when we get older, if we're blessed enough to get older, right? If we're able to be, that it will be different. And we might have a slow lane because we gotta respect each other's differences. Yeah. If you age, you're not gonna be able to walk as fast.
That's a fact.
So and some of them walk faster than us.
But as an adult who's aging and you realize I can't walk as fast, should I not move to the side?
So society needs to reconstruct. We need to make it so everybody can.
When I get old, somebody play this back. When I get old, you can't walk fast. So that can't wait to see you old. So I you say,
play this back.
You said you finna be fast. Play it back when I
play this back in my good 30s.
Her walker waiting on the bus and run her over. You know, and only young ones.
May the Lord bless these knees, all right? Because you talking a lot of shit.
My knees already
you got new knees.
My knees so bad they click every time they dance. Okay. Let's get into the trivia.
I got a question. When was this game released? Number one. Is it what culture? The American culture or the black culture?
No, it's not black. It's American culture.
And I'm a black American. It's different. But
it is.
We don't try.
Why he did so bad.
I mean,
okay. Rock and pop, TV and film, fun and games, people and places, science and nature, past and present.
Okay. Fun and games.
Fun and games, all right.
What falls under that category?
All fun and games if someone loses an eye.
I don't know what kind of games. All right. I like basketball, not badminton. Like I don't know what kind of games we talking about. Let's go.
Okay. Let me try to find you something a little good on the easier side.
Don't start cheating.
They was hard.
I mean, I'm okay with the challenge, but I mean, it is what it is.
Ready?
60 seconds.
I'm a winner,
60
even if I lose.
60 seconds will start after I read the first question.
Jackie, if you don't in yourself always, it's all good.
Don't know the answer, please pass.
Yes.
So you can try to get as many as possible, okay? Who is the American tennis player who has won Grand Slam time?
Serena.
There you go, right there. Known as the game that ties you up in knots, which game uses a spinner and a big plastic mat with rows of large colored circles on it?
Oh, that's a Twister.
Yeah. First published in 1963. In which three-dimensional board game does players build a contraption that includes a crank, boot, bucket, and gears?
Oh, I don't know. Pass that.
Which MLB has the highest record of World Series wins?
Is it Babe Ruth? No, it ain't Ruth.
Which team? MLB
team. Yankees.
Yeah, all right. In which game do teams compete to give the most popular answers to survey questions?
Survey says, with Steve Harvey.
Okay, but what's the name of the show?
You.
All right. And which is the last question, actually, guess bonus question. Which is the only Olympic sport where wearing a beard is prohibited?
Is it wearing a beard with the do the fire?
It's prohibited. I don't know. I didn't
Fire
know
in Olympic sport.
I didn't know there was Olympic.
Wearing a beard. I would say when they throw in those things.
Throwing those things. The answer is not that. It's actually boxing.
Boxing. You can't have a beard boxing.
Apparently
I never thought about that. They never have facial hair. That's interesting.
They're doing good.
I want to know why. I'm gonna Google that because I like to know the whys as to why things. That's
You didn't do bad, actually, girl.
I'm from the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx and I'm brilliant.
That's why. You know what?
And
The Bronx, she really showed the fuck out for y'all today. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of credit. She really showed out.
Hey Boogie, I want to open up for you with a poem.
Hey,
you feel
Boogie.
me? Hey Boogie,
I'm gonna tell you.
that's my nigga.
Hey, Boogie with the. I don't know.
Where you from?
From the Bronx?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cardi, Remy, all my girls. I know how y'all 70s babies do. I'm an 80s baby, so.
And Jackie, please tell them where they can find you on all platforms.
Just, Jackie the Poetic Therapist on Instagram. I got a TikTok, but I don't got much going on, but I'm going to get it going on here too.
Follow.
And, I'm just figuring it out, but Jackie the Poetic Therapist. And you can find me.
On all platforms.
On all platforms. I'm outside. Listen, I'm going to get better with social media. So eventually you'll be all platforms. But right now, check out Instagram.
Follow her on her Instagram.
Yeah.
Too good.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Thank you, Mama.
I knew that it was going to be gold the first time I met her. So, all right.